Alright. Things should be good. Alright. First things first, we gotta take care of things down here. Yeah, there's a bunch of those crystal lizards down here. Probably won't get the chance to kill any of them. Oh, right. There. Sorry, I was playing The Witcher earlier and the controls are very different there than they are here. Apoteka! Yeah, my bow's not strong enough. Oh, I just remembered. I made a horrible mistake. An apology. No. Well, that solves that, at least. There are armors that do protect against curse, but I think there's only one armor set, and it appears late in the game. Other games just have curse resistance be something come from either armor or stats. I waited until after I got the Lord Vessel to go down here because it's easier to just teleport instead of come back up here. Some of the platforms are like super treacherous to go back on. This place feels like you were meant to only go in one direction. I didn't think of any other way to go. Fade. Ugh! Almost fell. I have death. Once I got down here and I thought I killed every one of these guys, and then I looked away and then I got cursed. And then things cascaded from there. I think curse can go up to 30 humanity. After that it starts increasing your curse resistance. Although your other defensive stats actually increase depending on how much humanity you have. So you could like grind up humanity where the rats are, and then I don't know why they make that noise. Yeah, mini mushroom people. Anyway, you could grind up humanity where the rats are, and then you would have really good defense. At least until you got to Anor Londo, and then you got the armor. This armor. And then you leveled it up down here. Cause that's part of what I'm doing. Oh, jeez. These things, they have like one of two instant kill attacks. And the only one that does not involve cursing in any way. And they're very strong otherwise. Hey, does this look familiar? Looks kind of like the intro video for the game. And there's a Hydra. Here's a bonfire. When I first played this game, I thought the Hydra would be too hard to fight, so I tried to run from it. It can follow you. And also, it is very strong. Its shots are very strong, I should say. those. Its regular attack can be pretty strong, but it can also miss. And it's also dependent on how many heads it has. Also, if you get close to it, it will miss. With the regular attack, clicked off the friggin'... And then now it's backing up. Still missed. I wasn't close enough to it. Yeah, I just cut off one of its heads there. Yeah, this battle's gonna take a while. Good thing no one's watching. This is kind of the boring part of the video. Oh, 2 people lit a bonfire here. 3! Man, a lot of people are playing this game during this part. At this time. And seems like a third or fourth of its health so far. Ah, dang it. Whoa, what the? Okay. Still technically alive. Where? What? Bit confused. This is a boring fight no matter what. Get out. Okay. So you can also shoot at it with arrows. Ah, dang it. Hold on. This bow I'm using is rather weak, so it's going to take a while. I could have gone and gotten the stronger bow that I could use, but oh well, that takes care of that. Probably should have. This is the downside to streaming. No editing of boring parts. Hey, Tom, it's Bob from the office down the hall. It's good to see you, buddy. How have you been? Things are okay for me, except that I'm sorry. Really wish you. Let's see how much damage this does. And is it getting further and further? Ah, hell. Yeah, large arrows are better up close. Much better up close. At least I'm dealing damage to it. Come closer. Oh, stay still! Why does it sometimes linger and sometimes doesn't? Come the fuck on. I have to do this, because otherwise I would have to deal with— oh, I hit the head, finally. Yeah, that counts. Maybe it's being nice now. Oh. has only 3 heads now. You know, I think losing a head would just severely fuck up this creature. Like, I think, like, it would be, like, super traumatic and, what else? Super bad for it. Like, it loses a head and, like, a lot of its functions no longer work. You know what? How would a multi-headed creature work anyway? It's just... ugh. It's one of those questions that... one of those things that, giving it any thought, really just heightens how much nonsense it is. I think endurance. The gold serpent. Would this make my roll? Yep, that's the heavy roll. So yeah, the Hydra would have jumped over here and then shot at me some more. If I didn't, like, kill it. I think to stagger it pretty well. Huh. The weapon I normally use does not stagger these things as well. Note that the inside of it is like a bunch of skulls. These things appear in another location, by the way. I don't know what the lore reason that is. Because these things have some lore associated with them, and I don't know. I honestly don't think the lore is that well thought out as everyone likes to make it about this game, at least. Like, everyone likes to think that the lore is really well thought out and really, really stuff. But, because someone made lore videos and what they thought the lore was anyway, and then some of that turned out to be not true by the later games. Because they made these so super sad and stuff. And then later games retcon some of it, and well, I guess they feel silly now. I mean, the people who made this game, the director flat out admitted he made the game first and then all the lore second. Twinkling Titanites. Back when I first played this game, it was on PS3, and the TV I had wasn't very good. So, when I saw the Twinkling Titanite shards, I thought they looked kind of like a tiny clamshell. And I thought it made perfect sense for these things to drop those. Like, you ever go to the beach and, like, see, like, tiny clamshells? They look like those. Also, I did not realize the music lasted for this whole area. Oh, you know what? I just realized there's technically another attack that is also an instant kill, but it does that by cursing you. Ah! Thank goodness the Hydra stays dead. Man, this sucks. I haven't been talking to anyone. No one's watching this. There were also a lot of items in the tree, but I've honestly never really gotten them because you have to make like certain drops in certain areas to get them, and you could easily just fall to your death. And jeez. Like, they're supposed to drop another item as well. At least I'm getting stuff to make my armor stronger. Uh... Serious? I think OBS disconnected and that affected some things. Yeah, hi, I'm not getting cursed, thankfully. It's easy to not get cursed once you know how to guard against it. Ah, freaking. A lot of things are going wrong right now, so. So there's other items on those, in that room. I'm not sure if the camera was right on those. Oh, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Okay. Seems a little harder to make precise movements with the keyboard and mouse. And I was floating on air there for a minute, for a second. Great magic barrier. I think that like guards against magic and was created by Havel, I think. You know what? Actually, I'm going to look at it and look at the lore. Go down. Jeez. Wrong. Okay, yeah, it was definitely made by Havel. It was a bishop, apparently. But the bishop assured us! So yeah, enemy of Seath. And if you know Seath, you would want to be his enemy too. Okay. Just one more obstacle before we get to the end of this area, at least. Another clam. I'm hoping they drop the other item. Nope, just more tiny clamshells. They drop the purging stones as well as twinkling titanites. So, and the purging stones are like a rock with a skull in it. And those cure your curse by moving it over to the stone. I'm only really streaming here. I've tried streaming on Twitch, but it hasn't worked out. Look, a dragon. Reinforced armor. Oh wow, I need 4 of those? So this dragon just like sits here. And we can enter a covenant. I'm not gonna do that. Because I've gotten the covenant and I've gotten all the rewards of the covenant. And yeah, you can cut off its tail to get the great sword. Doesn't really mind. I don't think you can kill it. You can just cut off its tail. And I think it grows back. Where else was I planning on going? Oh, you know what? I think I remember now. Also, that dragon's bonfire gave a +10 to the Estus class. Gives like 10 charges. So I guess the dragon is a bonfire keeper, I guess? I don't know. I'm streaming on YouTube because YouTube saves the streams by default. Oh right, these guys. I'll just ignore them for now. We needed the peculiar doll to get into this place, by the way. Ba 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 ba. Let's pickle. There's no going back, by the way. Let's kindle this bonfire first. Let's just leave. Oh. Yep, you're stuck here until you finish the level. And these guys give a lot of souls. This area is actually a good place to grind some souls. My humanity item? You know what, I'm just gonna use that to bring my humanity back up. I'm not entirely sure if there's enemies that can curse you in this area, but... I want to be safe. Though there's enemies that can not only poison you, but toxic you as well. And there's one now. Interestingly, the best way to take this guy out without having him spit toxic at you is... By the way, they shoot fire. Anyway, the best way to take them out is by throwing fire at them. Counterintuitive. Yeah, these fright rats also drop humanity. And they do toxic instead of poison. More souls. You can also take out those bulgy things from afar with a bow. Ah! Jeez, like immediately. Yeah. For some reason, killing them with fire does not cause them to spit the toxic shit out. Yeah, see? Apparently this area was created first when they were making the game. Considering one of the enemies is apparently a holdover from Demon Souls, I can kinda believe that. I forgot about this area. I think someone's trying to invade me because things are getting a bit laggy. Ah! Dried finger, it... By the way, There are these things. I think they only appear here. And there's one that talks to you in Dark Souls 2. So anyway, the dried finger, it's right here. Wrong button. So what it does is, I think it allows people to invade you more. Or more people to invade you. Like, there is, like, for invasions, there's, like, an invisible timer. And I think when the timer gets down to 0, they can invade you. And, like, that sets the timer down to 0. And note how the description it gives you does not tell you anything about what it does. I think I hear more of those bird things. Oh, that's where the Painting Guardian's equipment is. Okay, if they're Painting Guardians, how come they're not in the painting? Huh, thought there was more. Yeah. Egg vermuge, okay. Removes parasitic egg from body. So you can get eggs in your body, not the good kind. But, and like, that's not like a status condition that's like on this list. It's like something that exists almost separate from it. And there's only one enemy that can do that. And, speaking of enemies, yeah, this guy made a big show about being super scary and super tough. You can just snipe him from a distance. I definitely should have gotten the better bow. All it does is barf poison everywhere. I don't think it's even toxic, I think it's just poison. I think it does have like melee attacks, because there's another zombie dragon that does have melee attacks that actually kills a lot of players the first time they see it. Because it's just, it doesn't move until you take the items near it. Then it moves. And then... going to have to buy more arrows. Especially for another part. Normally I don't use arrows a lot in these games. But there are certain parts that sometimes requires more arrows. Where arrows are a much better option. There are people who prefer to do melee only in these games, and like, that's fine and all, but it's like, they insist that is the most correct way to play the game. All the games. And I don't know, I mean, they wouldn't have added, like, long range and magic stuff if they didn't want you to use them. Granted, not all those things are really put in well, but and also, I don't like using shields except for, you know, the one I'm currently using. And also the poison blocking shield. So, I guess I'm not really one to argue that. Wow, I did not expect this video to have more than one part where I'm just shooting arrows over and over again against a monster. This one's not even attacking. If it doesn't die from these arrows, then I'll show off its attack. It's one real attack, and okay, there. And yeah, that's it. And it'll keep doing that. And it's definitely very annoying to listen to. Looks like there's like spots where the poison will not reach. Not that this thing is really fun to fight, no matter, in any real capacity. Blood shield. That increases your bleeding resistance. It does not block attacks that do bleeding, it increases the resistance. If you attack this right, it will like stand up and you can like run under it and skip the rest of the level. I've never gotten that to work, so... Oh, okay. So here. This door... locked. And this door... actually I think we can go upwards first before we enter that area. Oh yeah, here is... And if you notice, something's making a sound. These birds will drop souvenir reprisals sometime. Also, when things fall, they don't fly. Red sign soapstone. Let's see what that does. There's the white sign that leaves the summon and the orange guidance. Hollows cannot use this item. So yeah, this lets you invade people by choice, by the person's choice, instead of invading them. Well, by invading them. Gonna be a bit to get... Okay. Gotta be careful. And that worked out pretty well. Ah, okay. Okay, now we can go to... Oh. Anyway. Alright. Now remember when I said one enemy was basically a holder from Demon Souls? This is that. Granted, their design is different, but how they act is basically the same. They were black blobs with a shield on them instead of flesh blobs. With faces, and they grew spears instead of just having the spears. Fire works really well on them, in both this and Demon Souls. In fact, Demon Souls had the turpentine item, which, as well as like fire bombs, and they appeared in like the first level and the area immediately after the first part of the first area. Although the first area, you can't complete it until you've beaten all the other areas. You can, like, get near the end, and then after that, it's like, gotta backtrack. Another circle thing. And there's a well, but I'm not going down there just yet. Another ring of sacrifice. Yep, and we're back at the bonfire. There's usually a red one around here, because this is where... Oh hey, they have the armor from that boss. You have to buy that from an NPC. Anyway. Strength. And you know what, I got a lot of souls here. Whoa, 4? Yeah, there are a lot of soul items here. Endurance. I know there's more of these in the level. Yeah, usually someone leaves a red sign to, like, test out the red sign soapstone and then never again. Also, people apparently like the fancy painting guardian gear. I find it funny how James Smith gets his own wacky anime. Yet, that one person who made a rap about anime doesn't. That's pretty hilarious. You don't deserve that big Toblerone, King Jeremiah. Yes, this is another NPC summon. One that... And yes, that outfit is quite ridiculous. And I think they're throwing Chaos Pyromancies. And they dropped a notched whip. And a lot of souls. Holy shit. Eh, well, you can give me that opinion, Riza Korosvi. But you're the one watching it. Okay, bye. For those watching this afterwards, someone came on the chat to, like, tell me that I suck. And then they left. I don't think they even were, like, watching. I think they just came on, commented, and then left. At least this isn't like Twitch, where apparently it's really toxic. It's like a really toxic community. Oh, right. That enemy respawned. So, Proud Knight. Now I could go down here. That's what you're supposed to do to make progress. AKA to leave. But I think I'm going over here first. Oh, okay. Never mind. It's been a while since I played. I've been playing Dark Souls 2 mostly, and also The Witcher. Oh, that's right, I gotta do a thing. Let's just say I'm going to show off mage stuff soon. The sorceries. These are kind of the toughest enemies in this game. The hardest to deal with, at least. They do drop a decent amount of souls, but like... they can easily chain combo you. Oh, there's another one. This is also another good place to have a shield up. Yeah, that's good advice, actually. When I first played this, someone like invaded me, and they didn't like attack me immediately. This area, when I first played it. And like, they apparently came down here and hit a switch. And hitting that switch opens the way out of this area. So apparently invaders can like hit switches that make progress happen. Sometimes you get a helpful invader. Like one time I was playing and like my character was invaded and the invader like dropped an item. And that item was pretty decent. It was a weapon. Oh, this is the cutscene that tells you you can leave now. A child and some lady. Anyway. Oh, here's illusionary wall. The well also leads down here, but to a different part. This part, actually. Oh, and that enemy hit that wall, so its illusion broke. Alright. Now, area skeleton. That's good advice. This weapon is very good at staggering enemies. Annex key, that probably opens the key to the place I wanted to go into earlier. Is this... No, I don't think this is the secret area. Yes, even down in this hole, there's a secret area. There's a secret within a secret. Oh, that enemy is alive. Well, undead, but you know what I mean. Yep. More people coming online right now. Pyromancy Fire Surge. I don't think that enemy attacked us. Also, Fire Surge is what that king was using when he was just like blowing fire. That's what the Pyromancy is like. Or wait, is that a different one, actually, now that I think about it? That might be a different one. Honestly, it's one of those pyromancies I don't use, because it's not that great. Where is... No, that's back at the secret location. This... is it here? No. Is it... no. It is so easy to get lost in this area. Ah, this is the way out. Well, I could have gone back to the start. Oh dear. Not going well for me. This is like, these guys are actually super easy to kill with a very powered up pyromancy flame and those fireballs I keep throwing. Even with their shields up. And they drop a decent amount of souls. And usually the soul grinding that takes place here is you go into this area, you wear the ring that gets you extra souls and also the helmet that gets you extra souls. You kill all these guys, go back to the bonfire, and kill all these guys again, and well, you repeat that until you've gotten the amount of souls you want. Annex key. This is an optional area in this secret area. I guess it also counts as a secret, since you can dodge that, but it's hard to. And hey, another blacksmith. Dark Ember. And hey, more of these. You gotta be careful. They have an annoying attack. To be fair, I think you can also, like, take all of those guys out and you get a decent amount of experience, but it takes longer, and also item that the helmet that gets you extra souls drains your health. One time when I was playing this, I died here, and I was rushing to get back to my bloodstain. And then, like, as I killed this guy, I rolled off the stairs and into, well, nothing. Oh, that's the attack, by the way. That's their really annoying attack to deal with. So yeah, I lost a lot of souls, and possibly humanity, because I was really tired at the time. And then I was really trying to, I was thinking about rolling off the thing and trying to avoid doing that on accident, that I ended up doing it. Oh, and lyric stuff. That probably has, like, lore explanations for it. Oh, it has resistance? No, it doesn't. Or at least my black iron armor is better, currently. The black iron armor gives good resistance to physical and fire. And those are, like, the two main damages that this game does. I'm just gonna warp. I did vitality. Did I do endurance? I think I might have. I'll give another point into endurance. And then attunement is next. Then endurance again, obviously, and then strength. Okay, I got this all figured out. I could grind more, but I think I'm done with this place. Missed. So. Yep. This bridge has a lot of traps. Like that. A lot of ambushes. Like this one. And this one. No. I think the halberd's hitbox is longer than it's, like, designed. It's a really good weapon, honestly. Yeah, God's sake. It's kind of funny that this enemy is here, considering how this area ends. Oh, another large Titanite shard. Alright, time for the boss. Boss?
Whom art thou? One of us thou art not. If thou hast misstepped into this world, plunge down from the plank and hurry home. If thou seekest I, thine desires shall be requited not.
Oh. Okay.
Thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind.
Have you been outside of this building in ever?
Plunge down from the plank and hurry home. Thou must returneth whence thou came. This land is peaceful, its inhabitants kind.
I think she's lying to me.
I beg of thee, I expected as much from thee. Why dost thee hurry toward thine death?
Why do you not act? Okay, so you can track where she is by the footsteps. Although it's hard. And also, you can cut off her tail like the rest of the enemies that have tails. But it's kind of hard to do, considering not only does she go invisible, she constantly moves, and also does not have that much health. Does not have a lot of dangerous attacks either. Also, sometimes I think cutting off tails is based on hits, not health. Because there was another boss. Victory achieved. Yeah, there was no point to me doing that. That was completely optional, and I'm a jerk. Anyway, I think cutting off tails is based on hits, because there was another boss where I failed to cut the tail off of, even though all the hits I got on it were just the tail. And there's the king, by the way. You can wear his ridiculous crown, which is a holdover from Demon Souls, actually. That crown appears in that game. A boss wears it, actually. One of the strangest bosses in any video game, really. How the boss works is by Basically, you know how players put down signs so that they can be summoned? Well, if a player puts down a sign near where that boss room is, they may be summoned as the boss. And their health is inflated, but otherwise you're fighting against another player who's been, like, bossified. That's really kind of cool and weird. A lot of the bosses in that game were weird. It was kind of charming. Okay, attunement. Now you have 5 slots. And 1 more point for endurance. Our stamina will remain where it is now. No more points in endurance will increase it. So that's as high as it can get. Let's go back to Firelink. And for those wondering, yes, I am going to show off an alternate scenario. I'm going to show it off along with the DLC. What I'm about to do locks you in a certain path. Sort of. Well, certain things will not happen, basically.
Heavens, you have done it. You have retrieved the Lord Vessel. After 1,000 years, it is you. It is really you. Forgive me. I really should calm down. Now, let us take that vessel on a journey. I assume that you are ready. Now, be still.
Okay, ready for what? You gonna barf something on me? Oh! I was not prepared for war. By the way, if you don't talk to him when you have the Lord Vessel, and you accidentally fall into this area, yeah, you can, like, fall into the pit, and you just appear here.
Of Lord Wind. Now, place the Lord Vessel on the altar.
And you place the Lord Vessel on here when he's not here. He will get angry and then leave. And never come back. Which is what happened the first time I played. And, like, in my defense, he was sleeping at the time. And I didn't know you had to hit him to wake him up. So yeah, now those golden, the golden fog doors are gone now. There were areas we could have gone to earlier, but we would have only gotten so far. Anyway.
Very well. As Kingseeker, I shall now instruct you, the Lord's successor, in your next task. To achieve your fate, fill the vessel with powerful souls, commensurate to the great soul of wind. Scarce few possess such brilliant souls. Grave Lord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, the 4 kings of New Londo, who inherited the shards of Gwyn's soul.
We could have beaten the 4 kings without placing the Lord Vessel, by the way.
All of their souls are required to satiate the Lord Vessel. Are you ready? Then we shall return. Stay still for a moment.
Oh no, not again. This is really creepy, man. I do not appreciate. And another thing. Ugh. God, it smells in there. And mustache flops.
Is it?
But yeah, if we did that. Oh, by the way, using this soul regularly only gives you 1,200 souls. Note that he only gives 1 for this soul. Anyway, this is what the coins exist for. To just sell to him. If he leaves, you have to wait until New Game Plus in order to sell him anything. Once again, Dragon equipment sells for a lot. Pistol equipment sells for nothing, though. Oh, I have another short bow. I'm not going to use these ever. Or these. Oh yeah, I still have the Firekeeper's stuff. She'll probably want those back.
Farewell, chosen undead. I remain here and await thee.
Anyway. Okay, I was doing strength next. And now I'm done with this weapon. Well, not entirely. And now I'm using this weapon. Oh, that's powerful. It's a Swinehinder, so you use it two-handed. I think I'm going to go upgrade this a bit more. You know what? There. And since he's only giving me 1 for this. I don't use the boss weapons anyway. None of them are really good. And this Swineheinder is basically better than all of them. Or it's fantastic. Like, holy shit, it's awesome. You thought the other weapons staggered enemies. Not only can that knock things down, but it also leaves them vulnerable to a follow-up. I'm being invaded. Of course, since I'm at this point, I technically can't be invaded.
Well, I've never heard of a black ember. How about leaving that ember with me? I find it strangely fascinating.
Sure.
Yes. Well, thank you. This ember really is something special. I'm already under its spell.
And you hear the bonfire working again. Anyway, make this awesome. Now to make it even more awesome. That's about as good as I can get it right now. You know what? Modify. Now I can make it a divine halberd. Why am I making a divine weapon? Well, there's an area later on where a divine weapon will become the most useful thing you can take into that area. Man, my equipment load jumped up a bit, but it is worth it. Yeah, see? Now, upgrading endurance only increases equipment load. And also bleed resistance. Let's see how awesome this is. That's like 400 points of damage rate for a single strike, whereas I was doing around 300 with the halberd. Yeah. Let's go deal with that other Hydra. Oh, this is these guys' other attack. It's not threatening anymore. I'm too awesome for these guys. So this is basically my endgame equipment right here. I'm going to level this up off screen, obviously. But yeah, this is basically it. Well, there is one more thing I'm going to change, but other than that, yeah. And I consider it kind of minor, so... Also, the same voice actor for Cramped is in Dark Souls 2. Voicing a different character of mine, but... yeah, he's in there. Now I two-shot these. Oh, and the Hydra's helping. Oh yeah, this is the Knight's starting equipment. This Hydra is much weaker than the Hydra in the other place. Thanks. Like, I've already knocked off one of its heads. You can see there. And there goes another one. I really would like to play Bloodborne someday, because it's so different from the other games. Yeah, its health is already halfway gone. Oops. Oh well. I think once all of its hits are gone, it's automatically dead. Which, you know, makes sense, but... well, I've already talked about my thoughts on it. Creatures with multiple heads in this video. Ah, this is gonna be hard. Because if you go far enough, there's just a bottomless pit that you just fall into and you're dead. Okay, where does the game want me to stand? This is another problem I have with the idea that you're supposed to play these games melee only. Like, how do you deal with this? This is like one of the problems with melee only. Okay, it's dead. And a ring. Ooh, what does that ring do? Oh, whoops. Gains extra castings, but halves hit. Well, that's not good. And that was like the only way to get more casts of a spell in this game. Dark Souls 2 depends on your attunement stats. Attunement also affected spell casting speed. This game, you can make the spell's casting speed faster. Looks like what I want isn't here. Let's reload the game. Yes, there are a few times where... This is like the only time where you have to reload if something's not there. So we have to be careful with killing this monster. If you notice, it's golden. And a person pops out.
So, it is thou who rescued me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulasil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulasil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Sure. We're going to see more Ulasil magic in the next video.
Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
And speaking of the next video, well, we're basically coming up to the 2-hour mark. For real this time. So, that's basically about it for now. Next time, we're gonna see some Ulasil magic. So, see you all again next time.